So, recently, I got into playing Telltale-esque games, mainly Dispatch. It's pretty much interactive narrative gameplay and superhero storytelling, centering around the main character Robert Robertson, aka Mecha Man, who transitions from frontline hero to dispatcher at superhero SDN. Unimportant stuff. The premise explores the bureaucratic underbelly of a world where superheroes operate like corporate employees. If you have watched The Boys, you can low-key see the parallels between the two. Developed by former Telltale Games veterans, the title draws from narrative adventure traditions but elevates them with high production, animation, and amazing voice acting cast. Surprisingly. But I guess not, but whatever. The game has a fresh angle on superheroes with the focus on workplace dynamics rather than being Cape Crusaders. Alright, so I'm gonna discuss my likes and dislikes of Dispatch. Spoiler, I like this game quite a lot. But I don't even think I would call this a game. It's more like an interactive show, like with many Telltale-esque games, so I'm saying nothing new. However, there is an element that is fresh to this genre, and that's the dispatch gameplay. In the actual game, you dispatch a team of heroes to complete tasks. They can range from getting a cat out of a tree to saving people from a flood. Low-key, it could be its own game without the narrative. But the narrative adds to the fun of the dispatch gameplay, because you get to know and understand the heroes you're working with, which adds to how they banter with each other and you while at work. For example, a failed mission can lead to injuries, betrayals, or someone roasting you over the headset. Unfortunately, since the important parts are scripted, failure rarely leads to major consequences. So if anything, you're probably gonna have to start over the mission, or the dispatch state. The only downside is the tension isn't as strong as it could be. A lot of the big outcomes are scripted no matter what you choose, so even when a mission fails, it rarely blows up in a story in a meaningful way. And that's low-key my biggest concern with narrative-driven games moving forward. A lot of choices feels weighty in a moment, but long-term, the story doesn't branch enough to make you sweat. Compare that to something like Detroit Become Human, where every choice feels like you're tiptoeing on a minefield and one wrong move can erase a character from the entire game. Dispatch doesn't hit that level. The writing is great, the world is funny, the performance is amazing, but the stakes never quite reach the emotional, oh my god, panic that Telltales like The Walking Dead has nailed. And look, even with those limitations, I still vibe with Dispatch a lot. So, let's break down what actually worked for me and what didn't, because this game has some real highs, but also some I wish they would push this further moments. First off, the animation, beautiful. Character expression actually land. You can feel the awkwardness, the sarcasm, the little emotional stings in scenes where nothing big is even happening. But the minute details and expression plays a major role in immersion. Then, there's a world building. Dispatch might not have the heaviest stakes, but the setting is so damn fun that you want to keep watching anyway. The idea that heroes clock in, mess up paperwork, argue over task assignments, and get passive-aggressive is so humanizing. It turns the superhero genre into a messy office comedy fever dream. And I love it. And honestly, the banter between the heroes is one of the game's strongest points. The more missions you run, the more you pick up on their little quirks and beefs.
That's, why? Even not talking about it won't make it go away, okay? Fucking babies.
If he dies, he'll be taken care of. That I can promise.
How do you know?
I just did. Trust me.
Girl, what the fuck even are you?
So even if the outcome of a mission doesn't change the whole story, the moment-to-moment interactions still hit. It's like watching a dysfunctional reality show, except everyone can throw a car or kill you. But here's where this patch hits a rough patch for me. The illusion of choice is almost too transparent. As much as I enjoy the dispatch mechanic gameplay, the consequences rarely go past the funny dialogue banter. Nobody's dying because you send the wrong person. Nobody's quitting the team. There's no "holy shit, I messed up" moment that sticks with you. And it's not just about shock value, it's about agency. A narrative game thrives when it lets you feel like you truly shaped something. This patch gives you the steering wheel, but the car is mostly on a railroad, so you really don't control where you're going most of the time. And I get it, branching storylines are a lot of work, but I think a game this creative deserved a Detroit Become Human flowchart outcomes, where at least one or two big choice-based twists make you genuinely feel responsible for the outcome. Here's the bigger thing though. This patch is a perfect example of what narrative games are struggling with right now. They're trying to look like TV shows, but sometimes that means sacrificing interactivity. If developers want to thrive in this genre, in my opinion, they've got to find a sweet spot where the story is strong and the choices actually ripple through the whole game. This patch nails the story, it nails the vibe, it nails the characters. The gameplay is there, and I love the implementation of dispatching heroes. But the choices will always make me feel like, what could have been? And this has made me wonder, would Dispatch 2 be so well received if similar games like it were released more often? And I guess we'll never know. So yeah, after playing through Dispatch, I'm hungry for more. I would love for there to be a season 2, where they actually have a flowchart full of possible choices and outcomes. But overall, I still really enjoyed it. The charm outweighs what could have been in my opinion, and the way it has modernized Telltale-Style design shows us that the genre still has room to grow, and maybe even get bolder again. Well, did you enjoy watching or playing this patch? What was your favorite scene? For me, I'm a big enjoy of when Chase went to save Invisigal and he said, "Keep up." Pretty cool moment. But yeah, thank you for watching, and please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you in the next one.